Brent's Tuesday night dinner series that he does every week. Stuffing things inside other things is what he likes to call it.
We're here at Ssam Bar to try their exclusive duck ssam.
Ooh, yeah, we are. We only sell a few duck out of the shop per week, but these guys are taking it to a whole new level with the way they're using every part of the animal. So this duck is dry aged for a week after it's already been stuffed with sausage, then it's roasted, then it's deboned, and then it's served with lettuce. What more do you want? What they're doing here is something completely different. We're gonna learn a lot, you're gonna learn a lot. Let's go deeper on duck. So we are here at Momofuku Ssam Bar with Matt, who is the Director of Culinary Operations, and Max, who is the Executive Chef of Ssam Bar.
So today we're going to be kind of going through our whole rotisserie duck. It's something we do, just giant pieces of meat in weird different ways.
It's a pretty iconic dish, so we're pretty excited to try it.
We're going to bring Eugenio in. Eugenio has worked for Ssam Bar since it opened. He's the one who really, does these ducks every single day. So these are Long Island Peking ducks. One of the reasons that we only really offer this whole limited as a pre-reservation at dinner is because there's only so many we can make, and they also age for at least 7 days to 14 days.
I think we got the same duck guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we got the same duck guy.
Traditionally, when you break a duck, cut here.
Right. Yeah.
But because we're going to be stuffing this with sausage, what's really important is we need extra skin. And if we're not cutting it and leaving on that extra skin, you're going to have exposed sausage.
It's all gonna fall out.
And it's all going to fall out. Cool. It's not going to look nice. So this is really the most important part of it.
That is some beautiful cutting. Yeah, there's a lot of specificity to these cuts.
We're going to blanch them really lightly, usually about 10-15 seconds, then shock them. This is going to help firm up the skin, get the skin sort of really dry, taut, and it's not going to cook it. It's just going to, get the fat a little loose.
You can see the difference.
Yeah, you just see this.
It's immediate, yeah.
So now that the ducks are blanched and we have the glaze working, we're going to bring them back over here, and then we'll start stuffing.
How many of these do you sell a night?
We pretty much always cap it at about 3 or 4.
Okay.
We just don't have the space to age,
totally.
because then at that point, if we're just trying to sell them, they're not going to age as long and they're not going to be the best product possible.
Totally.
And that's just not what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So you guys want to take a hand at it?
How harshly are you gonna judge us on this sausage stuff? And the last thing I want to do is up a duck.
Let's try one of these bad boys.
Hey, get in there.
Oh.
Just kind of want to make sure you get it close to an even amount all the way to the back.
Pretty even, Matt.
It's pretty even. It's pretty even. For April Fools, we did a large format called a Boduckin. So it's a noodle bar fried chicken stuffed inside of a duck, stuffed inside of a bosom. And Dave thought it was so funny that he posted it on Instagram. And a lot of people thought it was serious. So then there were people lining up at the door to get this Boduckin.
Oh man.
So then basically these guys, once they're glazed, they're gonna go into the fridge for at least a week. And then a week later, they look like this. So shrunken down, a little bit tighter, definitely a little bit darker, pretty firm.
Nice. Yeah. No pressure, Max. No pressure.
We try and slice it pretty thin, and also why we don't cook it like rare, medium rare, why it's a little bit more medium, is just because it's like if you try eating it in a wrap and you're not using a fork and knife, it's just kind of too chewy, and you want it to just be able to separate, eat nice and easy. The
rendering of the duck fat is a process kind of unto itself that, unlike any other animal, really, like you really have to focus in on it.
We've got like a good render, but we still have a little fat, which is like the difference that we want. I'm just gonna season this rice with the sauce. This is honestly probably the best part. When people get down to it, they're like, oh, that's what I want. Rice, duck fat, shallots,
all the crispy
skin,
ends.
sausage, and then we'll also save all the fat that's in the pan and use it for something. Pretty much nothing is gonna go to waste. As the meat sort of sits on top of it, any juices or anything are going into it. It's food, but it's also function.
It's like they thought about all of this.
I was about to say, it's like you guys like locked yourselves in a cabin with like 20 joints and a couple cases of beer, and you're just like think through every aspect.
No one's leaving until we use every part of this duck. Holy
Glad I ate a small dinner and no breakfast. What the man?
I don't think I could send this back. Yeah.
You guys have had this a lot. I kind of want to see how you guys put together a bite.
I'll usually take a piece of the bread. I like to do lettuce on top because it kind of like acts as a like a defense from getting the bread soggy and keeps everything together. You know, take maybe a slice or two. Got to get in and get some rice.
Gotta get the rice.
Right.
Kimchi because it adds like a little bit of texture to it. I do a lot. Honestly, I add a lot to it. I do a little of the barbecue because it adds like a little bit of heat, and then I like hoisin for the sweetness. So I feel like this is like I've got texture, I've got spice, I've got acid, and then I'll just kind of roll it up.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Just to call out, the breast looks amazing with the sausage. It's like homogeneous and it's just gorgeous. You can see the crispy skin on the outside.
There you go. That's a bite.
Holy.
Yeah, holy I could eat this whole thing. It was amazing.
Okay, fine.
It was like, the one thing you need is like you're gonna need a lot of napkins.
I think what's so awesome too is it really shows the versatility of a duck, because when, you know, a customer comes in the butcher shop and wants a whole duck, they're like, well, what do I do with it? You're like, dude, like you should have been reading a book for a week before you came in to get this, because like your brain's gonna explode once you understand that you're gonna be able to feed your family from this duck over the next week. Like you have so much fat, you can stretch it so far that like just the breast is like the nice little treat at the end, and using the rest of it, you know, really pays homage to using the whole animal. It's so cool.
There's inspiration from a lot of different cultures and ideas and techniques, and you draw these different lines, but when you eat this dish, you don't necessarily think of one cuisine or ethnicity or you know, tradition, but at the same time, it's familiar. It's something that's unique, but at the same time comforting. And that's really something we try and do with a lot of our food, where it's like, is it Peking duck? Is it, you know, kind of like this stuffed, you know, French sausage? You know, is it fried rice? It's all sort of these different things, but it's still, it makes it like anyone will feel connected to this without needing to know what it is.
Right. Well, you're nailing it.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. This is such an amazing dish.
Yeah.
Really, really happy to be able to try it and especially learn about it.
Yeah. For more primetime episodes, click here.
Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it?
I'm gonna pull some noodles. This is just dough. Nothing special about it. So what I'm doing is kind of pulling on it, at the same time